Hi, I'm Stephen M. Miller, and I've never had a gray beard before. I don't think I'll keep it. I write books about the Bible and Christianity, and I normally have a nice haircut and a relatively fresh shave. This isn't normal. This is my coronavirus 2020 springtime fashion style, grungy. So this isn't a normal video for me. I don't think I have a playlist for this one. I'm a loner by career path and by nature. Writers are like monks. We do our best work with no one around but God. He doesn't talk much. People mess up my rhythm. I've been a writer for my entire career, for over 45 years. But I'm now inching my way to the back porch season of my career, which is unnerving. I don't have a back porch. And I can't imagine not writing. Maybe I have a dog's life left in me as a writer. It's hard to say. Depends on the dog. There's my phone. Gee, wouldn't you believe it? I get it right and the phone dings and I forgot to turn the phone off. People mess up my rhythm. But I want to confess something to my fellow writers, if to no one else. I think that during this virus, you might see that my phone buzzed, even though I had the thing turned off. Man, I don't turn the whole thing off. I'm going to turn the whole thing off. Turn off the phone. Turn off the phone. People mess up my rhythm. I cannot get this right. I was on a run till last. They say that interruptions are what messes up the creative process. That's the truth. I want to confess something to my fellow writers, if to no one else. Here's the preface. I won't go down in history as one of the great Christian writers. I won't even go down in history as one of the great Christian writers of easy-reading Bible reference books by a Protestant, which isn't asking for much. It doesn't matter to me. I can die with that. For farther back than I can remember, cream of wheat for breakfast, I have known that the writing isn't what's important. I knew it before the coronavirus forced many of you to behave like me and just sit around by yourself all doggone day. My daughter and her husband and their 2 boys, ages 4 and 2, live 10 minutes in that direction. Before this virus hit, my wife and I were watching those boys at least a couple days a week. The way the jobs worked out for my daughter and my son-in-law, he would swing by after work to pick up the boys. Sometimes, when my wife was cooking and my daughter was working late, he and the boys would stay and eat with us. I have always felt honored by him doing that he would hang out for a while with his in-laws. I felt blessed, uplifted. I felt better by having him here with us. Jesus should have invented a beatitude for that. Sometimes my daughter calls and asks if she can come over just to chat. I'm upstairs writing until she gets here. And then I carry my aging bones down 7 steps, 1 landing, and 7 more steps to spend some time catching up. My son and his wife and their 2 daughters, also ages 4 and 2, live 15 minutes in that direction. Just about every week before the virus, my son called us or sent a text message to ask if we'd like to eat with them, either out somewhere or in one of our homes. We almost never turned that down. I have gone out to eat with them after I had already eaten. I'd go for the dessert. When I'm there with them, with any of them, I feel grateful, but that's not what takes over. What captures me, and I've never told them, but I always feel it, what captures me is the honor that they chose me over all the other things they could be doing. It's just them and me and my wife, or just them and me if my wife is working that evening. That can sound like I'm making too much of it, but there are some things they don't know yet. And I'm not sending a signal that I'm dying. As far as I know, I'm fine, just a little uglier. I told my daughter and son when they were each about to have their own children that once they had a child, they'd finally see how much their mom and I love them. They know now, and they have said so. But here's what they don't know yet. And maybe you have to be parents of grown children before you understand what it means to feel such honor from your kids for such a seemingly simple expression of affection, and yet to feel undeserving. It's like, why are the popular kids eating lunch at our table? Well, I don't know, but maybe if we're polite, they'll come back again. Do other parents of grown children feel this way? I don't know. I don't write family stuff. With my career track, I haven't learned anything about happy families. They're not in the Bible. Anyway, I have heard it said, and I believe it is true, that the greatest obstacle to writing is the interruptions, of which, lately, I've had very few. But those interruptions, my interruptions, are the reason I write. If we're going to get anything done, we can't be interrupted all the time, but pray to God you're interrupted some of the time. And if you're not, go interrupt someone. I'm not kidding. I'm not being sarcastic. If nobody's interrupting you, get the ball rolling. Now go wash your hands, stay safe, and if you go out around people while this virus is still running wild, wear your mask. I might be one of those people out there, and as you can see from my gray beard, I'm at risk. If you like this video, and you might like videos that actually have something to do with the Bible, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to hear from you. If you give this video a thumbs up, that would be wonderful. My mother counts those. To those few critics who occasionally say she doesn't, my mother is a redhead who gave birth to 6 children. Yes, she does. Hey, thanks for watching. Peace to you.